Thank you. May we be on our feet for the national anthem, please. Thank you. May we be seated. The Executive Secretary, Ptad, directors and senior management staff of Ptad here present, our regulators from PENCOM, our partner from the Public Complaints Commission, esteemed pensioners, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to day 2 of the Northeast Stakeholders Engagement Forum taking place in Gombe State. Today, we will talk about the I Am Alive confirmation solution, which the ES announced yesterday. And I know we all slept well. Did we all sleep well? Thank you. Welcome. So we'll stand on the protocol established yesterday as all of us were here, and we'll move on with the program for today. At this point, may I invite the ES of Ptad, Dr. Choma Ejikeme, for her brief remarks on the I Am Alive confirmation solution. A round of applause, please.
Northeast Sanudezua Inakwananku Yayayali Yayayali Kwi Beshi Lafia Kwo. Aha, did I get that one? Aha. Because I slept very well. That means I am at home in Gombe. So I really slept very well, and I want to believe that all of you slept very well too. Let me continue to stand on existing protocol so that we can speed up the activity for today. I welcome you once again to this stakeholder engagement. I am grateful for your attendance and the robust participation that you have exhibited since yesterday. I want to commend you for being very civilized people in Gombe State, in the Northeast, because I have taken judicious note of your punctuality. You are always here on time, very orderly, and all of you are looking very well to me. And I'm grateful to God for that. And it is our mandate to make sure you're looking well. It is our mandate to continue to take care of you until the day Allah says it is time, so that you will, when it is time, you'll be going happily. Not crying and saying, these people didn't pay me my pension, no. My gratuity is still pending. That is not our desire, and that's not the desire of the federal government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Before I start talking about this I'm Alive solution, I actually want to know, do we have people from the education sector here? The universities, University of Maiduguri? Which other sector is it? Okay. Which other of catchment area? Federal Polytechnics, anybody? Huh? Okay. Okay, because I have noticed that sometimes when we are having these interactions, I really don't see the people from the education university sector. So I'm happy that you all are here, and I welcome you once again to this stakeholder engagement. Like we said yesterday, day 2 is all about what we're trying to do to ease your pain. What we're trying to do to make sure that we don't stress you in retirement. If you recall, we had carried out verification exercises for all the operational departments. The last one we completed was the parastatal pension department in December of 2019. And since then, we've been trying to validate that verification to make sure that every eligible pensioner is on the payroll. Now, you all know that from time to time, this is a natural trajectory. We can't run away from it. Death is certain. So from time to time, people will certainly fall off the payroll as a result of death. And the only way we can keep track to know who is still alive and who we should continue to pay pension is by continuing to kind of do a field verification for you. If you understand, that is the way we would have done it. From time to time, we'll call all of you out. You come from, maybe we have a center in Gombe. You come from Taraba. You come from Borno. You come from Meduguri. You know what I mean? And it's still a stressful thing. You have to travel. You have to find where you're going to stay. We now go through the verification process. However comfortable we make it for you, it is still a stressful thing for you. So, we now have to look at it going forward. How can we make confirming your aliveness less stressful for you using technology? You all can see what technology has done for us. I'm sure everybody here has a mobile phone, yes? Everybody here? Is there anybody here who doesn't have a mobile phone? Anybody? Good. So the minute you have a mobile phone, that means you have accepted to embrace technology. Because that mobile phone for you is the way you now communicate with your loved ones, your friends, your family. If you have a child in America, you can now talk to him. If you even have data access, if your phone is a smartphone, you can even do video call. So you can have grandchildren that you've never seen, who are now 20, you've not seen for 20 years, and you get to know who they are by seeing them, and they'll be talking to you, and you'll be able to interact with them. So we decided to tap into that technology to come up with a solution that will enable you tell us that you're still alive in the comfort of your home or your neighborhood. People say, does everybody who is a pensioner have a smartphone? You don't have to have one. Even if you don't have, your son might have, your brother might have, your neighbor in the village might have, or somebody within your community. And that's all you need. They're going to demonstrate to you. I'm sure some of you have been able to use this solution today. So, and I'm sure you've seen how easy it is for some of you who have used the solution. So we have two processes that could be used, which they will elaborate on. One is the facial recognition one, and the second one is the fingerprint option. I don't want to go into too much detail because they are going to really go into detail and explain all of that to you. But what we want you to know is that this solution we're coming up with is for your convenience, is for even the convenience of government. It will save money for you. It will also save money for government. Because all these things we do, it costs government a lot of money. a lot of resources that we don't have. For a verification, authentication exercise, you will spend transport money. You will go through the stress of traveling. A lot of people have run into accidents trying to move from one point to the other to get verified, and we don't want to do that. So that's why we're saying we want to introduce technology to use that to be able to confirm your aliveness. Now, there are a few things I want to stress about this solution. You know, there will be fears. The information I'm going to put in. What about fraudsters? What about people hacking into my bank account and all of that? There are two parameters, two indices that we need from you for this confirmation. Your pension number, they will show you that, where you can find that. It's on your verification slip. And your bank account number. We do not need your BVN. Let me say it again, please. And you know, you that you're here, you are not all the pensioners in the Northeast. But we believe that you're representative of the pensioners in the Northeast. Because I'm sure there's somebody from Adamawa here. Who are the people from Adamawa? Good. Who are the people from Yobe? Brilliant. People from Borno, Bauchi, Gombe, Taraba. So we are complete. Every state in the Northeast is fully represented here. The communication experts will tell you that the best form of communication is word of mouth. There's no better form. If you are doing your TV adverts, your billboards, your radio jingles, the best form of communication is word of mouth. So long as you're communicating the correct thing. Because the minute you go back now and tell this person in this neighborhood, tell this person in this village, before you know it, the whole of the Northeast would have heard what I said here today. So let me say it again. Ptad does not want your BVN number. Because fraudsters will now get in touch with you and tell you, send your BVN to confirm your aliveness. We don't need your BVN number. We don't need your ATM card number, assuming you have an ATM card. We also don't need your PIN for anything. If there's a PIN that you use to collect money from your ATM or whatever it is, we don't need any of those things. We only need your pension number and your account number. That is the account that you receive your pension with. Those are the only two things that we need. So we want you to relax, and we also want you, this is why this is what we're doing, is a pilot scheme, it's a test run. We're trying to test this thing because we want to make sure that what we are going to give you is going to be convenient, is going to be accurate, most importantly, that is not going to tell us you're not alive when you're alive. So we want you to test this thing and let us know what you feel about it, your honest assessment and your honest opinion, so that we can go back and work on it. That's why this is a pilot scheme. We'll go back, look at what your observations are, how you think we can make it look better or make it give us better results, how you think it can be more convenient for you, because the primary consideration is you. So another thing is this I'm Alive solution. We are not removing anybody from the payroll now because of it. So nobody should panic. There should be no panic. So tell everybody, because after this now, you will hear people calling us for Meduguri. We have not confirmed our liveness. No, we are not removing anybody from the payroll as a result of what we are doing here today. What you're doing is just going to be part of the test run that we're doing. So that we can, like I said, we are trying to test this solution and make sure that it's going to do what we want it to do for you. So spread the word round. We're not removing anybody from the payroll. That is one. Secondly, eventually, we're going to be removing people from the payroll. When we finish this test run and we now apply it to everybody, because the only geopolitical zone we have now to launch this solution is the Southwest. We've gone to all the other geopolitical zones. So when we conclude that, we are certainly going to kick off. And when we kick off, we're going to tell you the periodicity. That's how often you're going to have to confirm your aliveness for us, how it is going to go. And this is where the pension desk officers and the pension unions become very, very important. Because we intend to use the pension desk officers and the pension unions. In fact, the next thing we're going to do is to have a training for the pension desk officers and the pension union executives, so that they will be trainers for pensioners who are not privileged to be here today. So they will organize themselves and know how they can get to every nook and cranny. And having said that, yesterday, the director who made the presentation yesterday made it clear that our mantra when it comes to the pension unions is know your pensioners, KYP. If you are a pension union executive, and from my understanding, all the pension unions have branches in the states. Am I correct? Now, after the states, do you have sub-branches in the local governments? Brilliant. So we are at the grassroots. Anybody who is at the local government, you have gotten to the grassroots. So that is to say, if we give you information, if you disseminate it at the local government level, there's nobody that will not hear what you have said. And I say we have other more effective channels of communication in our communities, better than TV and radio. We have the mosques, where announcements can be made. We have village heads, community heads, who can help us disseminate information to the community. But like I keep saying, we have to make sure it is the right information. Because when you're talking about this I'm alive solution for defined benefit, understand that it's for defined benefit. It is not for the contributory pensioners. And they are still in the community. So when you're giving the message, it will be people who retired before June of 2007. Or people who are members of the defunct agencies. You know, and then people who, the state pensioners with federal share who are also part of the mix. So we should make sure that the information we are disseminating is the right information. So like I was saying, before we remove anybody from the payroll going forward as a result of this solution, like we always do, because I recall when we removed 20-something thousand pensioners from the parastatal pension payroll because they were not verified, we sent the list of names to all the pension unions and to all the organizations where they retired from and said, if you know these people, tell them, we're going to remove them from the payroll at a certain date, except they come and get in contact with us and get verified. The response from most of these pension unions and organizations wasn't very encouraging, and that's why we're stressing know your pensioners. Because some of them, they say they can't reach them, they don't know where they are, and there are people who are still within their communities. Pension unions, yesterday they were talking about check-off dues, check-off dues. What are the check-off dues meant for? It's not pocket money. It's to do this kind of work. To be able to know the pensioners. To be able to be in touch with them. It is even supposed to be you as a pension union. You should find out about your welfare. What is happening? We haven't seen Alhaji Adamu for how many months now? I hope he's still okay. The person that gave a talk yesterday talked about loneliness. Loneliness is the #1 problem of the senior citizens. So you should form a group amongst yourselves. You have something in common. You are retirees. You should be able to look out for each other and make sure that everybody is okay. And at the same time, when somebody passes on, you also send us the information, so that we will not only commiserate with the person, but we'll also make them know that we care and make sure that, assuming that the person still has some entitlement that hasn't been paid, that that person gets that money, in addition to removing the person from the payroll. So let me get back to it. Before we remove anybody from the payroll as a result of this I'm Alive solution, we are going to write to the pension unions. So if anybody is alive and doesn't participate in this and gets removed, blame your pension union, not Ptad. I hope you all understand that now. I have pushed the responsibility to the table of the pension unions. You have to earn your check-off dues now. So if anybody finds themselves removed because they have not confirmed their aliveness, blame your pension union. But then, this solution is so smart that it will prompt you when it's time for you to get yourself confirmed again after you've done a confirmation. It will send you a text message to tell you you have to confirm yourself before so and so time. If not, you'll be removed. So I want everybody to be relaxed. I want you to be confident. Trust us that we have your best interest at heart, that whatever we want to do is in your best interest, and to make sure that your welfare is adequately guaranteed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ES Ptad, Dr. Choma Ejikeme. The key word is trust us. Ptad has your best interest at heart. The welfare of pensioners remain our priority at all times. Before we move on, I have to make this plea again. Can we turn off our phones or put them on silent mode, please? We have a very important paper to listen to right now, and it wouldn't be nice to be distracted by someone else's phone ringing or someone answering a call. You can go outside and take your call. Thank you. To explain further the I Am Alive confirmation processes, I would like to invite the Director, Pensioner Support Services Department, Mrs. Nneka Obiamalo, for her presentation. A round of applause, please. You do the animation, right? Yes. Okay.
Good morning. The Executive Secretary, Ptad, our invited guests, dear pensioners, permit me to stand on the protocol that was established yesterday. Good morning. So my assignment this morning is to show you the step-by-step process for I Am Alive confirmation. I'm going to go through each step slowly and carefully so that everybody gets a full understanding of how the application works. If you have any questions, you can jot down your questions, and towards the end, just like we did yesterday, we'll have an opportunity to respond to your questions. Now, I believe many of you have already completed the I'm Alive. Is that correct? Fantastic. So this is just to formally show you step by step everything that you have to do to get your I'm Alive confirmation done. My presentation. Okay. So where am I pointing to? Okay. So why is it not moving? Okay. All right. So, as you recall, I think ES mentioned this, the I'm Alive confirmation is only for verified pensioners. That means pensioners who have been verified by Ptad. You have attended any of our verification exercises. We have captured your details on our database, and your picture, your fingerprints are on our database together with your career history. This application can only be used by a verified pensioner. If you have not been verified, please, we have people outside who can take your details and arrange for your verification. So your information already sits on our database by virtue of your verification. And this I'm Alive confirmation now speaks to our database to confirm that you are alive and well. And as our ES mentioned, rather than having this field verification exercise, you can sit quietly in your house, because we're using a web-based application, which simply means you are using a computer or you are using your telephone. Your telephone is a smartphone if you can use the internet with your phone. So, and if you can use WhatsApp or any of these social media applications, it means your phone is a smartphone and you can do this I Am Alive from anywhere, wherever you are. Once you have internet access, you have data, you should be able to do the I Am Alive confirmation. There's no need to go to Ptad office. There's no need to go to any of our state offices. Sit where you are and do your I Am Alive confirmation. Now, there are two options. The first option is the facial confirmation. The second option is the fingerprint. The facial option, using your phone or your computer, you should be able to do on your own without any assistance. The fingerprint option, however, you will need some assistance. And as we go along, you will see why we are calling it the assisted version. For the fingerprint option 2, you will need a computer. You cannot use the phone for the fingerprint option. I'll repeat it again. You cannot use the phone for the fingerprint option. Right now, for the fingerprint option, you need a computer, and you need this. Can you see this device here? This little device here, this one here. You need that fingerprint device attached to the computer if you want to do the fingerprint option. So let's go through the process for I Am Alive confirmation. So the first thing is to log on to Ptad website. And I have put right here at the top, www.ptad.gov.ng. That is the address to get to Ptad website. And this is what the website looks like. That's the page of the website. That's what it looks like. And when you get to the website, you can see right at the end. Your pointer is not working. Okay, it's working. Okay. You can see right here, right at the end, you see this I Am Alive. That's where you go to. I'm pointing this red dot on it. This I Am Alive. That's where you go to. And when you click on that page, it takes you to steps for the I am alive confirmation. So what we've done here is that we have described the entire process for you to read. Both the facial confirmation and the fingerprint confirmation. Step by step, we have put it down for you to read and understand. So you can take your time and go through it. Now, at the end of the page, right at the bottom of the page, you will see proceed to I am alive confirmation. So when you have read through, you have understood all the things that need to be done, you can now click on the proceed to I am alive confirmation. That means you are ready to start your I am alive confirmation. Now, I want to make a distinction between what it looks like on the computer and what it looks like on the phone. On the phone, it looks like this. The website looks like this. And you have to scroll down for you to be able to see I am alive here. You have to scroll down on your phone for you to see I'm alive. But it's exactly the same process. So when you're ready to start, you click on proceed to I am alive confirmation. And when you click on it, this is the page that it will take you to. This is where you start I am alive confirmation. Now, for you to start I am alive confirmation, there are only two pieces of information that are required from you. One is your pensioner verification number. Your pensioner verification number is the number that is on your pensioner verification acknowledgement slip. That slip that was given to you when you came for field verification, when Ptad held their field verification. I think we were in Gombe in 2017. We did field verification, yes. So that paper that was given to you when you did your field verification, even Tarab, I think was also 2017, that period, you were given a slip when you finished your verification. And the slip, I think it looks something like this. I've showed the one for civil service looks like this. The one for parastatal looks like this. I think even the one for customs immigration looks a bit like this. So if you look at the slip, just at the top of the slip, it says personal data. And just below that, it has pensioner number. That is the number that you are required to use for this I am alive confirmation. This number right here, pensioner number, just below your personal data. The same thing on the parastatals. It's exactly in the same position. It's in the same position for civil, for customs, immigration, and prison. It's in the same position for police, pensioner number. So that's the number that you will use to type into this page to start your I am alive confirmation. Or when you type in your pensioner number, if you have typed it in correctly and the system recognizes it as your number issued, it will ask you for your account number. So when you type in your account number, it will now show you your picture. And it's that picture that they took of you during your field verification in 2017. That's the picture you will see. If you don't see your own picture and your name, it will also show your name, your picture and your name. If you don't see your picture and your name, then you know the system has not recognized you. So maybe something is wrong. At that point, maybe you have to call us and tell us, oh, the system is showing a different picture or whatever the issue is. But you must be able to see your picture, recognize your picture, and recognize your name so that you know that the system has seen you and you can now confirm your aliveness. Are you with me? Fantastic. So, once you've typed in your account number, like I said, it will show your picture and your name, and then you can now click continue. So, sorry. When you click continue, it will now ask you to take your picture, capture your picture. So you hold your phone in front of you, and you take a picture of your face. Now, there are two things I need you to remember when you're taking the picture. One, it must be a clear picture. So you must make sure that you're in somewhere where there's enough light, so that a clear picture of yourself, your whole head is taken, your ears, your eyes, everything is clearly seen. So sometimes we notice that sometimes it may require you to go outside because inside may be a bit dark. If that's the case, go outside, take a picture, make sure that the back of you doesn't have any interference, maybe a white wall or something like that. But take the picture, make sure it's a clear picture of you, otherwise you will not be successful in the confirmation. Okay? So you take a picture, make sure there's sufficient light. The system will now, that picture, it will now compare it with our picture of you on the database. And once it confirms you, and it says, okay, it has confirmed, it has verified you, it will ask you to perform the aliveness check. Okay? Now, when it asks you to perform the aliveness check, this sort of thing will show up, and this dot will move across the page, down, up, sideways, up and down. Now, you must follow the ball as it's moving. You must not follow it just with your eyes, you must follow it with your head. Your head has to move for the system to recognize that you are alive. If you follow it with your eyes, it will not recognize you are alive. It has to see the head movement to know that you are alive. Okay? So you follow the dot as it moves across the page, as it moves up and down the page. And when it detects that movement, it will confirm that you are alive. Success. Okay? It will now give you this confirmation, successful. It will say, dear Alaji, your pensioner I'm alive confirmation is successful. And it can now send you can now ask the system to send you a text message or an email. Okay? It gives you the option to choose to get a text message on your phone or to get an email confirming your aliveness, and it will send you this picture to say that your aliveness is complete. Are you all with me? Great. So let's look at the second option, which is the assisted option, which is the fingerprint confirmation. Now, if you recall, I said at the beginning, you need this device here, attached to a computer. I think the best way to achieve this fingerprint option is to find somebody that you trust, a trusted relation, a trusted friend who has a computer, or a business center that has a computer and has this device. And you go there to do your confirmation. So it's the same process. It's exactly the same process as the previous one. You go to the website, the ptad.gov.ng website. You click on I am alive, just like we did the first time. It will take you to steps for I am alive confirmation, just like we said with the first version. And you scroll down to fingerprint option. Now, you will see that I circled those 3 steps in the description. You have to, so for the fingerprint option, you have to download the application and install it on your system. But what we have done is that we've made it automatic. So once you click on it, it will automatically download and install everything that you need. So you don't need to worry about all that other technology thing going on. Just click, it will download, it will install. When it has installed, you will see it on your system like this, and then how you know it has been successful. and this is the only thing you need to concern yourself about, or whoever is assisting you, is just to make sure that on your computer you can see this Ptad sign. Just this Ptad sign, that's all you need. You don't need to worry about anything else. All you need to know is that Ptad sign should be on your computer. That means that you have the application, you can now proceed. And once you click on it, it will take you to the beginning of the fingerprint version. So again, you just type in your pensioner number. It will ask you for your account number. If the pensioner number is successfully identified, it will ask for the account number. To show you your picture, it will show you your name, just as with the other version. And when you click continue, here, it will now ask you, it will now take you to this place, and when it is ready, it will ask you to place your finger on the device. So, this one seems a little bit more complicated, but it's actually very simple. But you do need assistance from somebody who has a computer and somebody who has that fingerprint device. If you cannot succeed, our advice, if you cannot succeed with the facial option, then this is the second option. But like I said, you will need some assistance to get it done. So once you place your finger on the device, it will read your device. When it's successful, it will tell you, successful, congratulations. And just the same way, it will tell you your confirmation has been successful, and it will give you a text message. You receive a text message or an email telling you that you have been successful. Are you all with me? I hope you have understood the steps very clearly. We're still going to run a small video just to show you again, so that you are sure that you understand it. Because like ES said, you really are the ones to go back and show other pensioners how this works and let them know that it's really very simple and it's really nothing to concern you about. You can easily get a handle on it very soon. Let me just talk a little bit about why we think this is, just to sort of repeat some of the things that our ES said earlier about why this is the way to go. It's clearly much more convenient than doing any sort of field verification. It's going to be easier on you and easier on not only just Ptad, but the federal government when it comes to confirming that pensioners are alive and that they are well and that they should continue to receive their benefits. It's secure because we have this two-step authentication. So as long as you're just using your Ptad verification number and your account number, and you're not giving anybody any other information, you have nothing to worry about. Nobody can take any information from you. So it's quite secure. I think I've shown you that it's easy to use. Would you agree that it's relative? Yes, it is easy to use. It doesn't take any time at all. Those of you that have done it, I'm sure you've noticed, within the shortest time, it's done. So it's actually much, much easier to use. So it really meets the needs of our pensioners, we think. And apart from just saving costs, it's just so much easier for everybody to use. And ultimately, it means that wherever you are, periodically, we can get information that you're alive and that you're well and that you can continue to receive your pension. So thank you so much for listening. We are going to show a little video that will show you again everything that I have said so that you get a real good understanding of how it works. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mrs. Nneka Obiamalo, Director of Pensioner Support Services Department. Before we move on to the video, please remember to write your comments, questions down. There will be time for Q&A today as it was yesterday. And I would like to invite my colleague, Bala, to come and summarize all that have been said here today, this morning, as of now. Oh, Bala, Zomana, I hope I got that right. I'm learning.
Well done. Assalamu alaikum. Ina kwanan mu duka. Mai girma ES ɗinmu, Dr. Chioma Ejikeme da sauran daraktoci, ina ce muku ina kwananku. Baya ga haka, zan gajarta magana akan abubuwan da ita shugabanmu ta faɗa. Na farko dai ta yi tambaya akan waɗanda suka halarci na akwai ma'aikatan ilimi a ciki, wato wanda suka fito daga educational sector. Waɗansu su kusa daga hannu don ta ce a wasu wurare ba ta ganin ku. Ina fatan kun tuna wannan. Sannan na biyu, ta yi takaitaccen bayani akan verification wanda aka yi a ƙarshe a 2019. To irin wannan verification ɗin dai ya zo ga ƙarshe. Abin da ya kamace mu nan gaba shine amfani da wannan I am alive, wata manhaja ce wadda ake cewa ina raye. Wato ina raye zai zama ba za ka ɗauko hanya daga gari ya gari ka shigo mota, ga gwamnati tana kashe kudadenta wajen hada wannan taron. Yau an sauwaƙa muku, za ku yi abin daga gidanku ne, a kan gadonku, a ƙofar gidanku, a makwabtanku. Shine yadda za ku yi amfani da wannan program na ina raye, wato life. Abin da ake amfani da shi kawai abu biyu ne. Na farko fuskarka, na biyu tafin yatsun hannunka, su ake amfani da shi. Kuma Ptad ba za ta ce ka ba da BBN ɗinka ba. Ku ji wannan. Ptad ba za ta ce ku ba mu BBN ɗinku ba. Ba wanda zai tambaye ku wannan. In ka ji an tambaye ku, to za ka fara cikin tarkon barayi. Allah ya kiyaye. Sannan in aka zo, ko ba za a tambaye ku ATM number ɗinku ba. ATM ɗinku a ce ga nambobi ku faɗa, ba za a tambaye wannan ba. Sannan ba za a tambayi pin ɗinku ba. Wato pin, ina fatan kaman kila wani asiri ne, wani abin da kake rubuta kaman nambobi wanda za ka ɓoye ko a akwatinka ko a ATM ɗinka. Ina fatan kun san ma'anar shi. To ba wanda zai tambaye ku wannan daga Ptad. Sannan abin da ake bukata kawai a nan shine pension number ɗinku. Pension number shine akwai wata takarda da aka yi lokacin da aka tantance ku. Verification shine tantancewa. Akwai wata takarda da aka baku mai dauke da hotonku. Wannan takardan akwai verification number ɗin da account number. To wannan kadai za a tambaye ku. Kowanenku yawanci kuna da wayar da ake cewa smartphone, wato Android. Ba irin wayan nan wanda take da bottle ba, wannan mai gilashin a gaba. Kun gane irin ta ko? To da irin ta ake amfani. Babbar waya, to shikenan babbar waya. Zan nuna muku misali saboda kowa ya gane. Irin wannan. Ba irin Nokia na da ba, irin wannan. To in aka sanya, sai a sanya hotonku. Sai mutum ya sa hotonsa bayan ya bi waɗannan matakai. Matakin farko, kamar yadda mai gabatarwa ta biyu ta sanar, ita ce da madan neka ta gabatar, shine matakin farko. In ka tafi, in kana da wannan smartphone ɗin, za ka danna www.ptad.gov.ng. In ka danna, zai kai ka, zai nuna maka wani waje a gefe. Za ka ga an rubuta ana raye, I am alive. A gefen kwamfutanka daga hannun dama, wannan wajen kenan. Nan. Kun gani? zai nuna muku I am alive, sai ka danna. In ka danna ciki zai nuna maka yana buƙatan hotonka kai ne. Wato ba za ka zo ka tsaya kaman kasan in mutum yana so ya cuta zai iya sa gunki ko mutum mai rai matacce ya zo ya tsaya da shi a gaban hoto haka. In dai shi ne ai zai nuna, amma ana son ka motsa ka yi haka da kanka don ya tabbatar kana rayen. Sannan wannan hoton na fuskarka in har bai nuna ba to kuma ka san kana raye to za ka sanar mana. Kuma mai girma executive secretary dinmu ta faɗa ma 'yan union wannan ɗan kuɗaɗen da ake ɗan babbadawa daga ajihunanku don Allah su sanar muku da waɗannan abubuwan. Sannan bayan ka dudduwa fuskarka zai tabbatar cewa kai ne, sai ya rubuta maka yayi, wato successful yayi. Daga nan za ka ga saƙo a wayarka wanda ake cewa SMS cewa a wannan abin ya tabbata ya yiwu. Baya ga wannan kenan na fuska kenan, akwai kuma na hannu wanda kake bukatan taimakon wani. Wannan za ka iya zuwa ɗan uwanka wanda ka amince masa, ko ɗanka ko ‘yarka wanda take da kwamfuta da kuma na'urar da ake danna zanen yatsu, duk ɗazun an nuna muku. To wannan mai zanen yatsun shi ma za ka je in ka danna wannan www.ptad.gov.ng, to shi ma za ka koma ka danna wannan abin na I am alive kamar yadda na nuna ɗazu. Daga nan sai ka sa pension number ɗinka, sannan kuma ka sa account number ɗinka. Wato matakin da iri ɗaya ne, amma wannan na fuska ne, wannan kuma na yatsun hannunka ne, shi ne bambanci. To kuma dole ne ka lura sai an aiko maka da saƙo a nan taka da ka bamu cewa abin nan ya tabbata. Kuma sai kun tabbatar akwai tambarinmu na Ptad. Tambarinmu na Ptad, ai kun san tambarin ko? Ga ya can, kowa ya san tambarin? An sani? To in ba ku gani ba ruwan Ptad, kar ku je a kame muku hannu ko a cinye muku kuɗi. Allah ya kiyaye. Sai kuma ita executive secretary dinmu ta tabbatar mana da cewa da ku da mu ba za a kan wannan I am alive din ba za a cire wani akan payroll ba. Kun ji wannan? A sauke wani a daina biyan shi akan wannan ba za a yi ba. Wannan gwaji ne kawai, ana gwadawa ne zuwa wani lokaci. Bayan an tabbatar kun ba mu shawarwari, yanzu ba mun zo mun yi magana da ku ba, ku rubuta shawarwarinku cewa ga abin da kuke ganin za a yi a inganta wannan tsarin, wanda abin da bai yi ba kada ku sanya shi a ciki. In ku ce misali wannan abin ga abin da muke so da Allah, kar ku sa wannan, ku sa wannan, ku yi wannan, ku yi wancan, ku ba mu shawara, mun zo nan domin aikinku ne. A ƙarshe ita 'yar uwata mai gabatarwa ta ce duk wanda yake da tambaya ya rubuta. Sai bayan an kammala wannan abin an tabbatar ya yi, shawararinku ya tabbata, sai a yi gangami. Duk wanda yake ɗan fansho na Ptad a tabbatar da shi a cikin wannan I am alive ɗin. Shi yasa yanzu kuwa ga waɗansu mutane ne aka tsintsinto, aka zaɓe su don a gwada wannan abin da su. Ba wanda za a cire daga fensho ɗinsa a hana shi kuɗinsa, ba za a yi ba. Ana fatan kun fahimci wannan, an fahimci wannan. Bayan an kammala abin ya tabbata ya yi daidai, to nan fa wanda bai zo a yi wannan I am alive ɗin da shi ba, to fa za a cire shi. An san kenan ko dai ɗayan abu biyu, ko bai zo a yi masa ba a sanar masa ba, ko wani abu irin wannan, ko kuma Allah ya yi ɗauki ransa. Wannan kuma tabbatacce ne. babu ɗayanmu wanda zai zama rayayye da'iman, dole wata rana za mu koma ga mahaliccinmu. Muna fatan Allah ya samu koma masu imani, Allah ya taimake mu. Wannan shine abin da aka faɗa a takaice. Allah ya ba mu nasara. Kuma daga ƙarshe muna neman addu'o'inku ga ita executive secretary da daraktocinmu. Allah ya ba mu nasara, ya mai da mu gida lafiya. Allah ya saka muku da alkhairi. Director na Malam Abdullahi, Malam Abdullah Abubakar ya yi wani gyara. Ya ce a lokacin da ake juya fuskan nan na hoto za ku ga wani ɗan ɗigo-ɗigo, shi ne ake ce ma dot. To dot ɗin ne za ka dinga bi da kanka. An fahimci wannan? Inda dot ɗin ya yi za ka yi, in ya yi haka ka yi haka. Ina fatan an fahimta. In ya yi nan ka yi nan, in ya yi can ka yi can. Ina fatan kun fahimce ni. Allah ya saka da alkhairi. Sai
Mr. Bala, thank you so much. Now to show a short animation, a video to further explain the processes, I'd like to invite Head of IT Department, Mrs. Judy Membu, to coordinate this.
Good morning, ES. Good morning, directors, invitees, and esteemed pensioners. Permit me to stand on existing protocol. As a follow-up to what Director of PSSD and my ES has also explained, we are going to showcase a short video animation that will give you a procedural guide on how the facial and the fingerprint option could be handled. So we implore you to please listen attentively as the video is being showed. Thank you very much. So we are going to start with the facial option, and after that we have the fingerprint animation. Thank you and have a happy viewing. Thank you very much.
Alive Confirmation Solution is a web-based software designed to enable pensioners easily confirm their aliveness from the comfort of their homes or neighborhood using either a smartphone or a computer system. For the facial confirmation, log on to Ptad websites on www.ptad.gov.ng using a smartphone or computer system. Click on the I Am Alive tab at the top of the page. This will take you to a page showing you the steps for the I Am Alive confirmation. Scroll to the bottom of the steps. Click on Proceed to I Am Alive confirmation to start and follow the 2 steps validation process. 1. Enter your Ptad pensioner's verification number. 2. Enter your bank account number. You're ready to begin. Take your photo. It will be validated with the existing picture in the Ptad database. Perform the aliveness check by moving your face to follow the moving object on the screen. When the aliveness check is completed, a confirmation page will display successful with a unique number. You will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion of the process. Congratulations. For I Am Alive support, please call 0814-445-5942 or 0818-424-2272 or email iamalivesupport@ptad.gov.ng. The Ptad's Pensioners I Am Alive confirmation. Secure, easy to use, and cost-effective. To use the fingerprint confirmation, you will need to access a computer system with fingerprint device for fingerprint capturing. log on to Ptad websites on www.ptad.gov.ng using a smartphone or computer system. Click on the I Am Alive tab at the top of the page. Click here to download the SecuGen Fingerprints device driver. Extract and install on your machine. Click here to download SecuGen Fingerprints SDK. Extract and install on your machine. Click here to download the I Am Alive Confirmation desktop application. Extract and double-click on Setup to install on your machine. After a successful installation of the I Am Alive Confirmation desktop application, double-click on the application icon on the desktop to launch the application. Start the I Am Alive confirmation process following the 2 steps validation process. 1. Enter your pensioner's number. 2. Enter your bank account number. Do the fingerprint validation by placing any of your fingers on the fingerprint device for capturing. If the fingerprint is successfully captured and validated with the existing fingerprint on Ptad's database, it will display the successful message box. When the aliveness check is completed, the pensioner will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion. Congratulations! For I Am Alive support, please call 0814-445-5942 or 0818-424-2272 or email iamaliveSupports@ptad.gov.ng. The Ptad's Pensioners I Am Alive confirmation. Secure, easy to use, and cost effective.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for viewing.
Sorry, on watching this video, I realized that there's something that I omitted to stress. I'm not too sure whether, you stressed that as well. The minute you put in your pensioner verification number and the account number, the photograph that you verified with will come out. To confirm, for you to look at it and confirm that it is you. Are you understanding? So it is that photograph there that the new photograph you're going to take is going to match with that photograph. Just like if you're using fingerprint, it is the fingerprint that you gave us that time that this one is going to match. So the minute you put in your pensioner number and your account number, the photograph is supposed to come out. And like some of you who have done your confirmation today, and you took a new photograph. Now, when you're going to do another one, if you put in your account number and your pensioner verification number, the photograph that is going to come out is the one you took today. Are you understanding? So, and it is now that, because it now makes it more recent, more recent. So as you are aging gracefully, our database is capturing, all the events. So that it won't be like maybe when you did verification in 2015, for instance, then you were still very young, no line had come out of your face. And now, it now looks like you're different. No, so the system has a way of continuing to update who you are as you go on. So if you put in those 2 parameters and you don't see your photograph come out, then there's a problem. So that, I just wanted to stress that.
Thank you, Ma.
To, assalamu alaikum jama'a. Zan kokarta in interpret abinda ita malama Dr. cewa ma ne na ji kamar iyas namu ta faɗa. Ta ce da zara an kai ga inda za ka sa lamba naka pension number ko da zara kana kai ba kana sanyawa hoto zai hito. Hoto zai hito saboda haka nan hoton nan zai nuna wancan da aka yi verification ɗinka da shi. Allah shi da zara ai ka capture yanzu idan za ka kuma yi wani lokaci wannan da ka yi yanzu kuma daɗa shi na zai fito. Saboda haka nan a lura a kula. Kuma halliya yau jama'a a bisannu akwai masu defrauding mutane don Allah ba a buƙatan ATM pin ba a buƙatan BVN. Allah samu dace.
Thank you, Mr. Abdullah Abubakar. Now we want to take some comments from some of our pensioners who said they couldn't write down their questions and comments yesterday. Starting with Mrs. Astera Patrick. Ma, please. You can ask your question in English or in Hausa language.
Sanu muduka, iyayenmu, yayye na kannena, manyan wannan kungiya daban-daban da kuka zo a karkashin wannan Ptad. Ina mai murna mai jin daɗi a yau, ba na barci, amma wannan sabon karni, na yi barci har BP na ya sauka. Saboda jin daɗi domin wannan sabon karni da aka kawo, sabon karni ne wanda zai gyara mana kasa idan mun bi su da addu'o'i kamar da aka ce mu yi addu'a. Idan babu addu'a a cikin abu suna Allah, babu cin gaba. Shi yasa wannan kungiya ina so mai tabbatar mana da jin daɗi na ba a ƙasar Najeriya kaɗai ba sai ta fita ƙasar waje domin a san da shi. A karkashin Najeriya sauran kasashe za su samu cin gaba da wannan kungiya. Kuma sauran kungiyoyi na yi mana yaki saboda hakinmu ku haɗa kafa a tafi tare bamban tu bambam, Ubangiji Allah zai kare mana ku. Ba za ku mutu a kanana ba, bature wai unano guda yon ba turancin ba, unano guda yon sai kun gan karshen wannan kungiya da ƴaƴanmu da jikoki za su tashi a karkashin ku domin kasan nan ta gyaru. Tambaya na anan da kuma shawara kamar da nake kawo. Ana magana pensioniya. Pensioniya nan akwai mazaje mu da sun mutu, gwamrayen nan wani mataki kuke ɗauka saboda su? Domin gaskiya ana cutar mu, ina ɗaya daga ciki. Idan an biya mu hakkinmu ba a ba mu. Idan za a biya mu ma ba daidai ba ne. Zan ba ku misali da ni da nake saye a gabanku. Domin kungiyoyin nan da suke fadaka saboda irin wannan su san cewa akwai wata irin damuwa irin haka da su ba su san da shi domin su yake shi ba. Mai gidana yana aiki a Bayero University ya rasu 2003. Gwamnati ta biya kuɗi zuwa Bayero University ba a ba mu kuɗaɗe nan duka ba. Amma da baya sai aka ce mana an kai kuɗaɗe a Sharia Court. Mai gidana ba musulmi ba ne, Kirista ne, Mr. Patrick Ezra. Amma abun mamaki aka kai kuɗin. Ba da izinin marayu ba. Da wani dama suka samu suka kai kuɗaɗen nan. Tun 2003 har yau muna ta fama da shi. Sai da muka kai wannan a Barkate family suka tura mu a public complaint. Shugaban public complaint yana nan, file namu yana can. Da wannan sabon karni ina kuka ina roko. File nan ka bincika shi a office naku. Za ka ga yadda muka yi ta yi domin a biya mu hakkin nan. Yau sabon karni ya zo, ina mai jin daɗi ta wurin nawa za a samu a fifito da wa'annan masu cin amanan marayu da gwamraye a ƙasar Najeriya. Ubangiji Allah ya taimake ku. Ubangiji Allah ya ba ku abin da kuke nema a duniya nan. Ina ce ma wannan kungiya na gode, kuma ba za ku tsaya Najeriya ba, na sake faɗanta. Wannan kungiyar za ta karɓa kasan duniya gaba ɗaya a cikin sunan Yesu. Na gode.
Thank you so much, Mama. What Mama said was that she applauded, she very much praised the Ptad as an agency, and that we are doing very well. She also prayed that we'll go beyond the shores of the country, even abroad. Secondly, that she's an NOK, that the husband died some times back, and since then, she has not gotten her entitlements. That the husband worked with BUK, and the issue has gone to Berkete family, to PCC, Public Complaint Commission, and that they've written. Well, Malama sanda zuwa mama. Na ɗaya dai akwai pension desk officers, institutions ko kuma a university inda misali shi mijin naki. Despite that, mukan buƙaci a rubuta mana kai tsaye to the executive secretary, pension transition arrangement directorate Ptad, da koki-kokiyan, da documents in sai attaching. Na tabbatar maki da aka yi da an kila an wuce wannan. Na biyu, muna da offices, for example a Kano, da a ce an samu an can ne, kaga wannan din ma ana iya ba da takardun. Halle ya yau za mu buƙace ki cewa kafin ki wuce muna da desk complaint desk a can waje. Idan kana takardun za mu buƙaci mu ga takardun sannan daga nan mu wuce da su insha Allah. Kakki damu, kokinki Allah zai maganta mana insha Allah.
Thank you, sir. May I also invite Mr. Garba Aminu for his comments? Yes.
Good morning, Mama Ptad, executive members of Ptad, members of the participants, a very good morning to you. We really appreciate this kind of workshop and interactive sessions. May Allah bless you. May God give you the energy to move ahead and help us. By and large, it has been observed with philosophical calmness. Based on this data, based on the little experience I have, a lot of us are farmers. When you talk of this thumbprinting detections, there's every tendency you find that an elderly man will hardly get a detected thumbprinting, can hardly read it. In case of this kind of detection, problem of lack of detection, and then maybe a person who has a fingerprint problem, or one or two is caught, may likely have challenges. There are so many farmers may not even know that the thumbprint cannot detect. It's when he comes for detection, you'll have a problem. They wash. They'll look for spirit to wash it and then put it again. Then there are some elderly people who are very elderly. They have soft thumbprint, very soft, like small kids. The design will hardly detect that kind of thumbprinting. So I want you people to look at the kind of, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that observation. Now, you see the facial option, that you have to go this way, look at, follow that dot. Somebody who is blind cannot do that. You understand? So that's why we have the fingerprint option. We pray that there won't be anybody who is equally blind and cannot use their fingers. But that is also a possibility. Now, what I want to tell all of you is that the fact that we are introducing this thing is not going to stop Ptad from the usual mobile verifications that we do. Because there could be, yes, no, well, let me, before you clap, let me say the people who qualify for that. Somebody who is very ill in hospital, there are some people who might be in coma, right? They won't be able to move their head. Fair enough, somebody might be able to carry their finger and try to do the fingerprinting. But what we want to assure you now, that's why I say the pension unions are very, very important in this transaction. If there's anybody who has a challenge, like what you have described now, just let us know. We will have a list of people who we must go and do mobile verification for, because they have this kind of challenge, they can't do it on their own. But I'm sure that out of the 200 and about 50-something thousand pensioners, 220-something thousand pensioners that we have, that if we have people who have this challenge, they won't be up to 2,000. You understand? So we won't, because of 2,000 people, deny 220-something thousand other people the opportunity and the convenience of verifying from their homes. So certainly there will be exceptions. And Ptad is still there to handle those exceptions, so long as you let us know. Communication is key, and that's why we have these stakeholder engagements, to bring what we are doing in our office to your doorstep, so that you can see us face to face. Tell us the challenges that you have. We also will see you. Our dream is to be able to know all our pensioners, so that if I see you, I say, Alaji, so how are you today? How is your family? It is our dream. If we can know all our pensioners, the 220-something thousand of them by name, we'll be happy to do that. So don't entertain any fears. So communication, like I said, is the key thing. We have a complaint desk. We've also shown you the phone numbers for the AmaLife. So if you're having a challenge, call that number. The minute you have a challenge, call that number. Immediately, we'll work out a solution for you.
Thank you, ES. Mr. Bala, please.
Abinda mai girma executive secretary ta faɗa shine wanda ba su da lafiya, wannan mobile verification, wato verification na tafi da gidanka wanda ake zuwa gidajen ku a yi, wannan ba zai hana a yi ba in mutum ya zama bai da lafiya. Kamar wani ne ya yi tambaya ya ce wanda da suke noma hannunsu ya yi kanta, ya za su samu wannan fingerprint ɗin, ko kuma waɗanda suka samu shanyewa ɓarayin jiki ba su iya motsa kansu da sauransu, to za a samu mutanenmu su je har gida a yi masa. Kuma ta ba da shawara ga 'yan pension union, wato ƙungiyoyin pension, su dinga sanarwa Ptad da halin da wane yake ciki. Ku yi zumunci da junanku. In mutum ma bai da lafiya ko ya mutu ko wani abu ya same shi, dole ku za ku sanar mana. Saboda haka take roƙo don Allah a yi haka, kuma duk abin da zai sauwaƙe muku wahalhalu shi muke ƙoƙari mu yi a Ptad. Allah ya taimake mu.
Now go de Bala. Yes. Now we move on to the Q&A session. That's question and answer. All the questions you wrote down, the ones we could not answer yesterday, we will answer them today. To coordinate that, may I invite the Director, Customs, Immigration and Prison Special Department, Mr. Abdullah Abubakar.
Thank you, Neka. We're already in comments, observations, and suggestions already. Once again, yes, I want to stand on the existing protocol. Okay. Madam, good day. You told us that the desk officers and union executives will be invited for a short training in respect to AmaLife confirmation exercise. Sorry, when are you going to effect that? Which I'll appreciate very much, because the union leaders and desk officers are very close to the pensioners in the state and local government headquarters. When are they going to expect the trainings?
The year has just started. This is January. And we're about, putting our calendar together and our work plan. But be sure that we will notify you. And it's going to start very soon. We will certainly notify you.
Thank you, Madam. Can you give us a narration on how to use the app? Why does the app ask for pensioners BVN? No, please. It never asks for BVN. And again, the demonstration was done here. In an event that you don't understand, please, our officers are still around, and then you can seek their assistance. The app does not ask for BVN, please. Can someone use the fingerprint as well as the facial confirmation at the same time? No, it's one. Either you use the facial or fingerprint. One is alternative to another. Okay, you want to interpret? Okay. Okay. No, go ahead.
Yau, dala Mr. Hamidu Muhammad daga FCE Yola, wanda ya bada shawaran yana kusa, to dala ya zo ya kawo maganan wannan takardar tashi zai kai waje. Sannan abinda director ya sake maimaitawa akan wani yayi tambaya cewa za a tambayi BVN. Ba fa za a tambayi BVN ba. Wannan application din, wannan manhajan ba ta tambayan BVN. Da Allah ku sanar ba ƴan uwanku ba a tambayan BVN. Kun ga yanzu aka gama bayani, kuma yanzu nan har wani ya ƙara rubuto maganar BVN. To dan Allah a kiyaye, ba maganar BVN. Yawa.
Okay, thank you. We are inundated with requests for, questions on verification slip and change of phone numbers. What we require is that you write to us either through our state offices and or through, straight to the state, to the headquarters. We also have the email, so you can even do that through that, please, so that we can effect and issue a new verification acknowledgement slip. Abin da shi ne akwai mutane da suke rubutowa cewa sun canza nambobin wayansu tun da aka yi wancan last verification. Abin da muke bukata shi ne sai a rubuta ko through state office namu ko kuma kai tsaye zuwa headquarters namu. Sannan kuma muna da addresses, email addresses, so ana iya diba yana nan abin da aka ba ku folder din, ana iya kwafa a je medical suna Sabe Cafe, ana iya rubutawa cewa gashi muna bukata ni ne wani kaza ga address kaza, muna bukata sabon verification slip. Na ji an fahimta ko? To Allah samu dace. My question as follows: why Ptad will not contribute the system to all state union branches so that their operations, I don't know. Will the application recognize scarf or hijab at the point of the picture capturing? 2, fingerprint option. What other option for the handicapped? Is it only finger? Those with fingerprinter, please. Well, for the scarf and cap, Shelling, want to say something?
Yeah, like Sanukude. Just like the ES said, once you put in your pensioner number and your account number, the photograph that was taken during verification will pop up. Go? Yawa. In hoton da ya nuna kasa gilashi ne, to ka ɗauka da gilashi. In ba gilashi kuma sai ka cire gilashi. I'm sure in ESTA demonstrations za ku gani. Ko? Amma an dai hoton da ka ɗauka dama da hula ne, ba damuwa. The most important thing is the picture of you that was taken during verification will show right in front of you. First of all, is for you to determine, is it me? If it's a different picture, then there is a problem, you cannot proceed. Because even if you try to proceed, the system will not validate the new picture you capture against the one on the database. So based on the photo that you have in front of you, I'm sure most of the time we discourage people from taking those verification pictures wearing their glasses. I'm sure most of you will have that. But as you age along, a lot of us that were not using glasses 7 years ago use it today. But for the purpose of just capturing this photo, please remove your glasses. And as far as hijab is concerned, you are doing this in the privacy of your house, right? So except if your original photo had you wearing hijab, which we discourage, you know, you wouldn't need to do that. Are you taking this one in your house? So you wouldn't be exposing yourself to anybody. Amen. So mostly the lesson is try and follow the characteristics of the picture from the original picture from the verification. If you have no glasses, don't wear glasses. No hijab, and so on and so forth. So hoton da zai nuna an ka shigar da pensioner number naka da account number ka. Hoton ka zai fito da sunanka. First of all, sai ka tabbatar cewa hoton ka ne. Ko ba haka nan ba? Akwai wanda zai ga hoton shi da ba zai gane ba? Babu. So, an kuma ba mu yadda dauki hoto da madubin ido. So in kana da glasses yanzu dama baka sawa lokacin kamun ka dauka sai ka cire. Yawwa, kuma da yake a cikin gida ne iyayenmu mata ko wanda suke sa hijab, da yake a cikin gida za a dauki hoton ba ma amfanin sa hijab. Dan na tabbata hoton da aka dauka lokacin verification din ba hijab. Ko? So there wouldn't be a problem with that. Is that another one?
Good morning, sir. Please, there are some of 9 years, 8 months.
Okay, there is a question about eligibility. But my thinking is everybody that is here has been verified and is receiving pension. Yes? So this might not apply to you directly. But I think there is a question, an eligibility question, maybe somebody was asking on behalf of their colleagues. But depending on when you retire, the qualification for pension is 10 years or 15 years as the case may be. Now, if you serve for 9 years and 8 months, it cannot be rounded up for eligibility. You must meet that threshold before you will be eligible for pension, depending on when you retire. Now, if you serve, you meet the eligibility requirement of 10 years, and then you put in another 9 years and 8 months, then it can be rounded up to 11 years. But before you reach that threshold, there is no rounding up. Go? So, kamun mutum ya Bala Abdullah, you will translate that. Kamun dai mutum ya kai, ya yi qualifying ma pension, sai ya kai ko shekara 10, chip, yawa. Yawa, ko kwana ɗaya ne, kamun ka kai shekara 10. Yawa, kamun ka cancanta. Kamun ka cancanta a san pension sai ka kai shekara 10 sharp ko shekara 15. Ko kwana ɗaya ne ya rage, doka ba ta bari ka abin nan ba. Amma an har ka kai shekara 10 nan ko 15 ɗin nan, in kaman ka ƙara wani wata 9 ko wata 10 ko wata 11, to za a iya rounding up ya zama shekara 11. Amma na eligibility ɗin sai ka kai shekara 10 ɗin, ba ƙari ba rage.
We are the same grade level with my colleague. Is receiving 19,000 and I'm receiving 17,000 from 2017 up to the new increment May 2021. He's receiving 30,000 and I'm receiving 27,000. How can you solve this, my problem?
Right, so I think yesterday when the question of harmonization came up, the ES explained this in detail. The only way this thing can happen is if you retire on different salary structures. But there is no way you will retire, you will join the service together, get promoted same time, serve the same number of years, retire on the same grade level and step, and your pension will be different if you retire at the same time. So the only way you can have that problem is if you retire at different times. And then at those different times, there are different salary structures subsisting. Okay? And that is what harmonization, as defined by the ES yesterday, will eliminate. Okay? So let's pray for harmonization.
I tried severally to capture my photo, but the device failed. What is it? Because I'm older? Is it because I'm older in age or something else?
No, I don't think it's because you're older in age. I don't know. Can the questioner proudly identify themselves by raising their hand? Is it available?
There's no need for that. But that is you meet one of our staff.
Yeah. So my answer to that will be the system will not reject your photo because you are older. Okay? If you try it yourself and you are not successful, please indicate by raising your hand so that we can send our people to help you. And I'm not addressing the questioner only, everybody here who has tried and hasn't been successful. And you can try multiple times. The system will not shut you out for trying multiple times. But just like it was explained, you need to take it, at an illuminated place. You need to have a full view of your face. Your ears should show, and so on and so forth. There are so many reasons why the picture might fail, but old age is definitely not one of them. Okay? So if you need assistance, please indicate. We will send people to help you.
So, Director, based on the briefing made, can one now do it without waiting for text messages from Ptad?
Right. So when we eventually, the ES said clearly that this is a pilot scheme, right? And then my colleague also explained that people were selected. 50,000 people were selected from across the geopolitical zones.
Do Allah saurara do Allah. Mun fara wannan abu cikin sanyi do Allah bari mu gama cikin sanyi. Ku yi hakuri.
So right now, it is only these people that have been selected that can perform this I'm Alive confirmation. When we finish the pilot scheme, right? And then we take on board all the contributions, all the suggestions, and then we perfect the system. Everybody will now have their opportunity to go and confirm themselves. Okay? To confirm their aliveness. At that time, the text message will be sent to everybody. But even if you do not receive the text message at that point in time, as a result of change of phone number or loss of, or for whatever reason, at that point, we are going to come out and say that every verified pensioner of Ptad will be eligible to carry out the I'm Alive confirmation. And it is only at that time that if you do not do it, then you might be removed from payroll. But like the ES said, we will do that in collaboration with the pension unions and the pension desk officer. Go? So yanzu dai mutan 50,000 ne aka zaba. So in baka cikin waɗannan mutane 50,000 din, ba za ka iya yi ba. Amma muddin aka gama da waɗannan mutane 50,000 din, dan kowa dukanku da kuke cikin kuke karban pension daga Ptad kuna iya yi. Amma za mu aika muku messages. Amma wannan lokacin ko ba aika maka ba ma kana iya yi.
So thank you so much. ku tafa mashi. To jama'a mun gode. Akwai nasan dimbin tambayoyi da ake da su. Ga daraktoci nan duka, sannan kuma kowane ma'aikacinmu suna nan sun sa tag. If there's anything, ana iya tambayan su don Allah, don bai yiwu a ci gaba ɗaya ko mai question an ɗauka yanzu nan, don kuma na san kuna buƙatar ku ɗan abin nan. Dr. Oshilinga.
I think it has already been asked and answered, but my colleague just reminded me that there was a question asking if you would need to do both. But it's already been explained that it's either one or the other. The primary means of confirmation is the facial confirmation. It's in the event that you are not able to do that, right? Then you can do the assisted fingerprint confirmation, okay? But if you do one, the system will not even allow you to do the other. So it's only one means of communication, confirmation. Thank you.
To jama'a yadda na faɗa ne da muna buƙata in akwai wasu tambayoyi wanda ba mu karanta ba ko ban bari an abin nan ba, akwai daraktoci nan ku kalli insha Allah sai a zo gare su ana iya tambaye su insha Allah. So a takaitawa muna buƙata cewa za mu move into the next program don a samu a kammala da wuri. Mun gode.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Abdullah Abubakar, Director, Customs, Immigration and Prisons Pension Department. If you have further questions, you can meet the directors afterwards, or our officers can go around and collect your questions or answer your questions as much as they can. Now, to invite the ES to do or to showcase her own demo of the I Am Alive confirmation. You know, she is a Ptad pensioner, so she has done her own. Now she's here to show us how she did her own and for us to further see how it's done.
They are going to show you a video of the demonstration as to how to get this done. We want it to enter your bones, your blood, everywhere. You understand? Because the minute you get used to what it is, you don't have a problem. Just like the way you speak your language, that's how we want it to be for you. So that at the snap of a button, when we say it is time, you just quietly stay in your house, get it done, and you're happy, and we're happy. So, let the demo videos. Hello, my name is Dr. Chioma Ejikeme, the Executive Secretary of the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate. Here is how you can complete your aliveness check using the I Am Alive confirmation process.
The I Am Alive confirmation solution is a web-based software designed to enable pensioners easily confirm their aliveness from the comfort of their homes or neighborhood using either a smartphone or a computer system. For the facial confirmation, log on to Ptad website www.ptad.gov.ng. Click on the I Am Alive tab at the top of the page. This will take you to a page showing you the steps for the I Am Alive confirmation. Scroll to the bottom of the steps. Click on Proceed to I Am Alive confirmation to start and follow the 2 steps validation process. 1. Enter your Ptad pensioner's verification number. 2. Enter your bank account number. You're ready to begin. Take your photo. It will be validated with the existing picture in the Ptad database. Perform the aliveness check by moving your face to follow the moving object on the screen. When the aliveness check is completed, a confirmation page will display successful with a unique number. You will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion of the process. Congratulations! For I Am Alive support, please call 081 44 45 5942 or 081 84 24 2272 or email iamalivesupport@ptad.gov.ng. Ptad Pensioners I Am Alive Facial Confirmation. Secure, easy to use and cost effective. To use the fingerprint confirmation, you will need to access a computer system with fingerprint device for fingerprint capturing. 1. Click here to download Secugen fingerprint device driver. Extract and install on your machine. Click here to download Secugen fingerprint SDK. Extract and install on your machine. Click here to download the I Am Alive Confirmation desktop application. Extract and double-click on Setup to install on your machine. After a successful installation of the I Am Alive Confirmation desktop application, double-click on the application icon on the desktop to launch the application. 5. To start the I Am Alive confirmation process, log on to Ptad website www.ptad.gov.ng. Click on the I Am Alive tab at the top of the page. This will take you to a page showing you the steps for the I Am Alive confirmation. Scroll to the bottom of the steps. Click on Proceed to I Am Alive confirmation to start. Follow the two-step validation. Enter your Ptad pensioners verification number. Enter your bank account number. 6. Do the fingerprint validation by placing any of your fingers on the fingerprint device for capturing. 7. If the fingerprint is successfully captured and validated with the existing fingerprint on Ptad's database, it will display the successful message box. 8. When the aliveness check is completed, the pensioner will receive an SMS notification of the successful completion. Congratulations! For I Am Alive support, please call 081 44 45 5942 or 081 84 24 2272 or email iamalivesupport@ptad.gov.ng. The Ptad Pensioners I Am Alive fingerprint confirmation. Secure, easy to use.
So if you just want to comment on it, that's fine, but it's done.
Well, I don't know whether it made it any easier. I think they didn't show the part where I had to move my head, so we are still going to do that. And the minute you see that dot, start immediately. Because if you let it start going round, you'll run into problems. So the minute that dot shows up, you follow it. It goes down, you follow it. It goes that way, you follow it until it stops. So I think we have something that is very easy and very convenient. It will take a little time, like everything new. I know it took you people time to know how to use your mobile phone and all of that. And that's why I said we're not going to penalize anybody until we make sure that everybody is comfortable with this solution. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam E.S., for your remarks.
There is a suggestion here. It's a very useful suggestion. about asking us if we can develop an Android and Apple Store app that people can just, go to the app on their phones and do that. I think it's a useful solution. The developers will be looking at it, I'm sure. Yeah? Okay. Thank you for the suggestion.
We are gradually winding down, and lunch will be served as usual at the end of the event. At this point, may I invite the Director, Parastatal's Pension Department, Mr. Kabiru Yusuf, for closing remarks and vote of thanks. You just sit, please.
With the Treasury-funded scheme before the introduction of the contributory pension scheme. And these are pensioners who retired on or before June of 2007. So those are the pensioners that we are taking care of. In addition, recently to pensioners who were either disengaged or retired or from the defunct and privatized agencies. So we're taking care of those ones as well.
Madam, before this time, there is a lot of irregularities in pension and
This is to take away the field verifications we've been carrying out over the years, which not only is it stressful for the pensioners, it's not very safe. A lot of them have to travel long distances before they get to our verification centers. It's also expensive, both for the pensioners and for government. So we're looking at something convenient. Now, everybody, literally most people in Nigeria have a telephone now. A mobile telephone, right? Now, not all of them have smartphones. Not all of them are computer literate, I agree. But it's difficult to get into any neighborhood in Nigeria now and not see one champion who has a smartphone and who is computer literate. It is literally impossible. And we're saying, for those people, because there's some elderly people in the village, there's somewhere they go to. Help me make a phone call to so and so person. Help me do this. The same way. So that one champion in the village that has a smartphone can help a group of pensioners there to confirm their aliveness using the app. So when we say you can do it in the comfort of your home, you can do it in the comfort of your neighborhood using a trusted person. You can go to a business center using a trusted person. That's why we're saying there's certain information we don't require for your security. And that's why we're stressing that. So if you have to go to a business center and they say bring your BVN, Ptad does not want your BVN for that confirmation. So we are now, asking you to give out information that would be safe for anybody to give. If somebody has the account number, hey, how does that, change anything? If somebody has your pensioner verification number, which we have given to you, the person can't do anything with those two things. So it doesn't have to be the pensioner himself who is an illiterate. There must be somebody who you can use. And that's why we're also training the pension unions, pension union executives, and the pension desk officers. Because if we find out that there's that much of a challenge, they can go and be verifying with the pension unions. They know who they are. They are executives. So they can go to a pension union executive and the person will enable them.
There are bottlenecks. How do you hope to cross these bottlenecks? Cross these and dot the I's?
Than for you to travel from Gombe, for a verification exercise that we're going to put up to get you. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So we're looking at the practical convenience of this solution. Practically, there's no way within your neighborhood you will not find somebody who will last. In which case, you don't have to go with the risk and the freedom of traveling a long distance to attend the verification exercise and the study. How does Peter that is why we are putting up this Summer Life solution. You understand? That is why the Summer Life solution is coming up. That's the only way we can get to it. And our pensioners are no longer. I remove those pensioners because we can keep saying instead of verification. Those pensioners that we have on our payroll now are real ghosts. You know what I mean? Real ghosts. People who are dead and we don't know that they're dead. Also, this is we're still doing the pilot. The pilot thing, first of all, is for us to test the application. How convenient, how accessible with the pension, how accurate is it? Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that the applications that we're bringing, if it says you're not alive, that you're really not alive. So that's why we're having a test. Now we're going around all the socio-political. This is the fifth law that we're coming to. And the last one we're going to go to is Southwest. So by the time we finish all of that, we'll now go back to the drawing board and now look at how convenient it will be for the pensioners. Are we going to do it every 6 months, every 3 months, every year? So it's a function of when we finish this, we are actually scrapping throw something without knowing what the effect is going to be. That's what
the regions you visit.
It's not the.
It has been